Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tritonia, where there are no electronic devices, no recordings of any kind, nor crying babies. All who fail to comply will be let out by sword point. If, however, you meet our expectations, we will defy yours. I, Surreptitious the Stealthy, have been sent to fill your heads with propaganda to distract you from the mess we're in. But I'm going to tell you the truth. This castle has been my prison. As captain of the guard, I have found that my job is nothing more than royal propagandist and nursemaid to the princess. The king and queen, who I doubt you'll meet, ignore their people, and we also wouldn't mind if they ignored taxation, immigration, the monopolistic restrictions on the holdings of frivolous balls. As keeper of the peace, my job is exhausting, but I still find time to plot my escape. Several years ago, the job that should have been mine on the administration for ridiculous security endeavors was given to a knight who had just come of age. Young Sir George broke all training records, excelled in field outings, and soon rose through the ranks of the Knights of the Octagonal Rug, whereupon he received appointment to the ARSE, the Arse. George led his fellow knights to fame and glory, while I, alas, participated in 35 discussions on the princess's spring wardrobe. A news scroll from a neighboring kingdom states, Sir George is becoming a legend. He saved Turkey from inevitable basting with Greece. He ended a famine, saving thousands from leaving Hungary. And when ceramics defenses of the Great Wall of China were about to crack, George seared in, roasting dragons with their own flames. So as you can see, he's a force to be reckoned with. In fact, the people in town say he truly is
Invincible.
Do you think he really is? He's never been beat.
Is that any great feat around here? Invincible.
They say he's on his way. Battles dragons, so they say.
He's got no fear.
Good people of Tritonia, I've news from Macedonia. George has waged and won another war. I saw a dragon he slayed, who gruesome with its scales decayed, never to emit another roar. Surreptitious, we've arrived.
Where are the others?
You know George.
Always has to take the hard way around.
He'll be here momentarily. How's the castle treating you?
Monotonously.
But imagine what would happen without you.
The princess would stay out past her curfew?
Immense, unforeseeable things, Surreptitious.
I'm sure. Invincible, the talk of all the world. His banner's been unfurled across the earth. Invincible. They say it was a job, say he hasn't had a flaw since his birth.
Good people of Tritonia, I've news from Patagonia. George has faced another fearsome foe. The Tierra de Fuego's now bueno. George stopped the volcano, its lava shall never overflow.
Invincible, a barrel of lies you can see in his eyes. He just wants the fame, invincible.
He deserves every pound of the praise that we sold. He's more than earned the claim.
How many dragons did he kill?
For the justify the thrill of flailing inside. We give him flagons of ale per dragon impaled.
Takes a wagon to bail his reward. I have to admit, I've heard several stories I think absurd. It says he swims the moat, ignores the drawbridge and the boat.
Wearing armor that surely can't float.
Oh, wait, and more. He often enters the holes through windows, 3 stories tall. There's all the risk of a fall to the floor.
Why not the door? Invincible.
Strange, I confess, every task is a call to a quest.
It's just a part of his heroicness.
A hero's love will
More challenge you convene in your daily routine makes you stronger, more keen.
A hero who can't bleed.
indispensable. He's got everyone's respect. If the stories are correct, they will maybe irreprehensible. A virtue to a community if he truly has immunity. He will maybe invincible. It's him. It's George.
The Dragon Slayer returned.
Are the rumors really true, George? Impending avalanches of lava? Fire-breathing fiends?
All true.
So where's your proof, knight?
My proof?
Show us your bounty, Dragon Slayer.
A tooth. From the monster I felled on the Isle of Produce.
You don't suppose dragons can lose their teeth on accident, do you? You've been gone 3 years. For all we know, really, you could have been romping about the countryside, flirting with danger, less than flirting with young maidens, waging war on your own boredom rather than protecting your people.
Faithless thief.
Braggart,
Blusterer.
peacock,
Windbag?
conceited, overzealous mongerer,
Uncouth, untempered jabberer?
vulgarian.
Oh, Sarah, I've missed you.
Let's get you cleaned up.
But I'm expected at the castle.
And you should be presentable.
I should be presented as I am, battle-worn.
George. George, come inside. They're staring.
I'm famous, I'm daring.
You're the same. He's the same.
Invincible. Have you heard it through the town? I'm a figure of renown, it would seem. Invincible, it's practically my surname. You, sir, what's your name? I'm George. George the Invincible.
I know you like its ring, but it's not a word you fling without care. It will cause you more hassle.
I could paint it on a castle.
A
castle!
A castle in the air.
Invincible, aren't we all in some regard? Don't we all put up our guard in some way? That's the principle that leads us all to hide all our secrets inside, so we're not betrayed too soon. We would be immune far too soon.
Whole town's just as I remember it. You're just as I remember you. Taller, even more beautiful.
You're not as hideous as you were.
You used to find me quite handsome, or saw past it.
I loved you, George. I still do.
It's not that simple.
What do you mean?
I have not won your heart. There've been no dragons, no quests, no pining, not even poetry.
Not everything has to be dramatic, George.
I'm not being dramatic. Our romance must be worthy of legend.
But you already have legend enough. I don't need that. I just need you. Why is legend alluring? You can't live while you live in remembrance. What concern is it curing? Fame and fortune bear faint resemblance after riding through ravaged lands of waste and confounding all the foes you've faced, dispatching all of the dragons you faced. My love is the sweetest fruit you'll taste. Your deeds are gracious and gallant. You must honor the civic oaths you've made. But will that be your only talent when there's no further need to crusade after riding through ravaged lands of waste and confounding all the foes you've faced, dispatching all of the dragons you've faced? My love is the sweetest fruit you'll taste. The road to my heart is paved with questions that you'll need to ask, and if we're apart, charting my soul is a difficult task. The way to my soul is lit by the glow of communion and ease. If love's truly your goal, choosing to stay will bestow you the key. Come seek a treasure that can't be replaced. Come speak for it now with all due haste. There's no denying now that we've embraced. My love is the sweetest fruit
sweetest fruit comes at the highest cost. Sarah, I will win your heart.
It's not up for contest. It's mine to give.
Well, at least allow me the ceremony of the thing.
I'm sure we can find an altar or something, George.
I mean a task, an enterprise, a voyage.
George, you make everything more difficult than it has to be.
My life is devoid of true challenges. It is because of
Your
this that
challenge is you. You think you're invincible.
I am.
That attitude will get you killed. George, I worry.
No, really, Sarah, I am. I think it's time I showed you the tree.
The tree.
The magical orange tree that you can only find if you've been there before.
A magical tree. George.
Remember how people didn't believe in dragons until I killed one and brought it back? You're just going to have to trust me on this one, Sarah. This tree grants invincibility.
Well, then why doesn't everybody eat an orange?
I don't know. Maybe most people aren't in danger of dying.
So you're literally invincible.
So far, so good. Father says it grants any sort of invincibility you like. You could even be immune to paying taxes, I bet.
But those are inevitable.
So is death. But I'd like to see someone try to kill me.
I wouldn't like that.
When I was a boy, I was very ill. Finding no other remedy, my father learned of this tree and brought me here.
Come now then, stranger, what is it you seek? What weakness would you expunge? A hot-headed temper or poor physique? Just wish it and take the orange.
My infant son is on verge of death. I can't bear to see him cry. Lend him, please, many more years of breath. I can't watch my child die.
Ask the protection you will for your son, then carry it home to him swift. The orange's power, you'll need only one, will cause his fever to lift.
Invincible, let him be physically invincible as a father's gift.
This is a lot to take in.
It is because of this that I must go on a quest for your hand.
That doesn't make sense.
Neither does the existence of this tree. You're just going to have to trust me on this one, Sarah.
Well, tree or no tree, I want you to stay.
I'll return, but I can't stay.
I'll be at home. Let me know when you've changed your mind.
Come now then, child, what is it you seek? A quest or a love that's real? The journey you long for is truly unique and only asks you to kneel.
A quest I must have and perils galore. I thought you'd know me by now. Command me a treasure, a pathway, a door, a way to forward my vow.
An enchanted rose from the Garden of Columns is said to guarantee a marriage of fidelity and joy when given and received in earnest love.
That is my quest. A visit to the castle and I'm off.
You risk far more than you perceive. If any a battle is lost, George, trust in no power that seeks to deceive. offering without cost.
I don't understand it when you speak like that.
In choosing your fate, you choose others as well, George. Not all are indestructible, infallible.
Well, I'm off to the Garden of Columns.
Welcome back to the castle. Did you enjoy your tour of the village? See anything interesting? I suspect not. All the wonders of this world and interesting sights are far outside of my grasp. The castle, though, has been abuzz with the news of Sir George's arrival. The princess seems to fancy him. Feeling how I feel about both of them, it would be a perfect match.
Just arrived in town, battles dragon, so they say. I put on my best gown in case he comes this way. Try to make him stay. He makes my heart burn. It's lovely he's still alive, and now it's my turn in love's sweet name to strive. George, you have a future with me. If it suits your fancy, and I know that it does, I'm gorgeous, and you get to fight as my very own knight. My invincible husband will blow the castle budget. Let the peasants fend for their own. The royal accountants, they'll fudge it, while you defend my throne. Sir, we were made as a pair and braided like hair, never to be undone. I'm sure that you will agree it would be futility to avoid what fate has spun. I'm weak, you're preempting, you're strong, I'm tempting. Together we will thrive in love's sweet name to strive. I've grown into my tiara since last you stopped by. I'm sure you'll be surprised at what meets your eye. My skin is silky fine, softer than the ocean, my complexion divine, smoother than lotion. I'm your siren, I'm your muse, I'm your princess, don't refuse. was etched in the stars. The kingdom is ours. Well, yours only nominally. Oh, George, I know you'd like to be king. All it takes is a ring to be bound around eternity. George, I heard the heavens decree it's to be you and me. You know, as they say, when there's a will, there's a way we'll contrive to be too shy to connive us to the depths we dive in love's sweet name. In love's sweet name. In love's sweet name. To strive. To strive. To strive. To hello, George. Strive. Excuse me, ladies.
Your Majesty,
We could brave it without a map.
Oh, where are you off to, George? On a quest for my hand?
your hand? Does it need healing?
You didn't sweet-talk those dragons to death, apparently.
Well, as it were, I'm on a quest for my Sarah.
Who?
His childhood love.
Oh, a commoner.
Oh, the most uncommon of girls, I assure you.
Well, you grew up together. How terrible. You must be sick of each other by now.
Oh, no, I was gone for years. Oh, that is to say, I would never tire of her.
We're off to find a magical rose in a dangerous land.
What a coincidence. I love magical roses.
Right. We'd better be off.
Oh, you can't stay for tea.
Even a dragon could not delay our departure. We're off in love's sweet name to strive.
Adela! Camilla! Oh, Nutella!
So, how'd it go?
When's the wedding?
Next week, at the latest.
Did he bring a gift? A rose?
A tiger.
A pole? A sculpture?
A gondola.
Jewelry? A kiss?
Medusa's head!
What's wrong? He doesn't love me. He detests me. He wishes I would shrivel up like a prude.
He said that? Oh, there, Your Majesty.
We'll help you win him over.
He loves a girl from the village.
A commoner!
Ew.
That's what I said.
You've got to pull yourself together.
How? When I am so distraught.
Oh, Princess, you must become a temptation.
Oh! Seduction?
The irresistible savor of chocolate hazelnut.
That's good.
Make him love you, Princess.
Evict the serf!
Down with the usurper!
George, forget your past with the peasant. I'm in your present. You're the one I deserve. I'm gorgeous, and you get to slay all that stands in my way. My wings to serve. I will rise above my parents, a surprise from the air inherent. They'll be the ones who are grounded, and by curfew compounded, and you'll be glad you arrived in love's sweet name, in love's sweet name. la 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 la. La 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 la
Fellow knights of the octagonal rug, I again appreciate your aid in this endeavor.
Are you kidding me?
I told you you can't come. I keep telling Sir Miles to ask before he assumes he's invited.
He should stop assuming wearing armor is retro.
You've got quite the journey ahead of you.
In the Garden of Columns lies a land of excellent adventure. Axeheads the exact width of an arrow. Rivers just begging to be rechanneled. Threshold guardians with the most difficult of riddles.
One quest at a time, George.
He tried that.
It wasn't fair to his adversaries.
Why the rose?
I must win the hand of my love, Sarah.
But I've never known a knight to quest for a woman without some sort of status.
Sarah is of the highest quality.
But I thought only princesses asked for this sort of thing.
What do you mean?
A penniless villager inspires to love a knight of the octagonal rug and then insults his pride by demanding a quest?
He offered, and she told him not to go.
An even greater insult to dear George's pride.
It is true. George, you've got this all backwards. Your eyes should linger longer here, at the castle. The princesses, well, they're always lovely, but this one, irresistible. Of all the princes that have asked for her hand, none have won her heart. None have given her an opportunity to leave her parents' home.
She is very beautiful.
And would be even more lovely in the arms of a knight, if only one were given an opportunity to save her. There once was a darling princess, the very visage of loveliness. Her skin was so flawless, both the civil and the lawless. Wish she were a damsel in distress. damsel in distress. A maiden who knows no stress, whose only worry is selection of dress, would not be as wooable, no, not nearly as pursuable, if she were a damsel in distress. Yes, a damsel in distress.
So, how does one find a damsel in distress?
They come to you.
But I would imagine that, like, if they're in distress, they would...
The news will come to you. All of a sudden, and the princess of which I speak of had never known such trouble. In fact, she saw knights like us as silly men. Too much time on their hands.
She was safe.
She was unconcerned?
She was bored.
But soon arose a monster,
Much to her consternation,
and then appeared a great beast,
and not to the least consolation. And then a hero arose,
Sautin spirited rose in rebellion.
And with a flash of his blade,
He efficiently slayed the hellion. And the lovely, aforepraised princess was instantly caused to profess and was deserved by he who had preserved the life of that damsel in distress. Yes, that damsel in distress.
I have my own damsel, in semi-distress. Repetitious, will you tell Sarah I've gone on a quest for her hand? I couldn't find her this morning.
That I will, Sir George.
Help! The princess is in danger! Most distressing danger!
Code red.
Orange! Yellow!
Red.
Orange! Yellow!
Code red.
Orange! Yellow! Blue!
What's the matter?
A dragon!
A dragon!
And he captured the princess!
Forcefully.
And there was nothing we could do!
A dragon alive in George's own land.
Not for long! From the fine dragon set free, take your vindication out on me. Match your flaming nostrils to my sword, unless you feel as hostile to my word. This treachery will cost you all your heart. A thrust in the dark, still blind. The lesser the cane, the lesser the flame would shine. Dragon, 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 dragon. the joyous refrain.
Shout!
The dragon
Dragon!
is slain.
George, I must confess, I see now that you possess all that's required of a man truly sired and worthy of a princess. Sir George, I must express, I wouldn't withhold a caress, a kiss at the least, for slaying that beast, for me, the damsel in distress. Escort me back to the castle, brave Sir George. In chivalry's name! Sporadic as the rain, capricious as a cloud, and here I thought his love a river, but the rivers changed course toward the moat, tried the streams that kept the village afloat, and here I thought his love would deliver me from years of drought and the endless doubt. But he's chosen this route, and his time has run out, and still I'm left without a way to quench this thirst. Guide me to a remedy. Don't leave me alone to endure the torture of this enemy. Surely there must be a cure. No power on earth can make me believe my fortune can't be reversed. Lead me to a source of reprieve, a way to quench this thirst. Loose the chains of my agony and fears, send the rains, let them wash my fears, soothe my pains, as my old wounds are nursing the rains, to quench my. If George from mortality is saved, why then should I be so depraved? If I'm denied what I've so long craved, I'll take the easier path he paved.
Come now then, child, what is it you need? What weakness would you uproot? Name in what way I can intercede. Just wish it and eat of the fruit.
Keep me from sorrow and agony's thrall. Save me from ere I've died. Let me forget every feeling of woe. Shelter my broken heart.
Ask requires a prize. Your future you will see. The orange's power, just one will suffice, will cause your heartbreak to heal.
It consumes me, this grief ever looms without relief, like a knife to my core. I'll consume this jealous grief, every sin and every leaf, peeled away from my heart.
This is the hour. Don't hesitate now.
This is the remedy, this is the vow. Keep me from sorrow and agony's
This is the path to which your
Save me
course
from heartache and
will come
endless
best for best.
Hide all the pain of
See the enchantment dispersed. Beneath its power submerged, within its protection immersed. Teardrops that never will burst.
Fight the foe! The army must sail in unfettered, oppressive, obsessive, unnerving, unswerving,
George completed his quest in a matter of days. He made friends with some eagles, and they insisted on taking him to Collinsland back, despite his protests. Sarah, from what I've observed in the village, though, may not respond so well to his gift.
Sarah!
Don't you have business at the castle?
No, I just returned from a quest. I've brought for you this favor, a pledge of my devotion, a proof of my love transcendent. I've finally earned your favor, secured your true emotion, a step towards a love resplendent. And true, the odds were in my favor, but I beat them nonetheless. Beat them into a bright golden band. I believe that now I'm braver for embarking on that quest. Brave enough to ask for your hand. Sarah, will you marry me?
How's the princess?
Well, I believe.
I'm sure you two will be quite happy together. Quite the pair.
Sarah, I brought this rose for you. Sarah, I love you.
Love? The only thing I've known you to love was your sword. Your only companion. Your only friend.
Sarah. Oh, love is a bright scarlet flower that time won't devour. It will never sour. Our love. This rose is a vibrant new token of what can be spoken. Its spell can't be broken. This rose our love. Will you be my wife?
This rose will die like the rest. Time does not heal all wounds. It only makes them deeper, if you let it.
Sarah, no, you're not making sense.
I make as much sense as that tree.
How did I lose her favor? When did I lose my savor? She found another flavor. She destroyed the gift I gave her.
Wed your sword, George. May it be as faithful to you as you have been to it.
More than a trusty little boy. Ascalon, his dragons to their core never fell before. You may have been scratched, got some notches here and there, but you've never been matched, despite the wear and tear. Ascalon, why can't you pierce hearts as well? Not the organ, but the shell. Hers as thick as my skin. The lights are gone. Her eyes that proudly shone are darker than I've known, colder than they've ever been. I can break through every gate that bars my quest. Is this an error of fate or just a part of my test? Does she lie and love me yet? What could make her so upset? Is she trying to forget something I should regret? Ascalon, you're still familiar to me. But could a dream this be part of a nightmare? Ascalon, would I trade you for a key that would open her to me? Don't you ask it, don't you dare. Ascalon, more than a trusty little wall. Ascalon, pierced dragons to their core, never fell before. I couldn't ask for more.
One of those long-winded shows that takes an intermission. My daring God, intermission.
gentlemen. I see the Battle of Intermission went well. At least you claimed victory over the restroom lines. When last we saw our hero, he was singing to his sword. Meanwhile, the princess has been hard at work. Well, she's had others hard at work for her.
Too much sugar! Oh, it happened to half. Half of a calf!
This scene's enough to make a kingdom laugh. A princess with the notion that she'll need a tricky potion to persuade a lowly knight toward the blessed holy rite of marriage.
Full of the sea! A cup of tea! Oh!
Shows a lack of all royalty.
Royalty, no, I love it.
Not you, George!
So you give him royal juice, the antler of the moose.
Where's the royal blue?
It didn't carry.
A splash of paprika, what in this beaker? Could this be worth you may not use it all the time? Too much! I'll forgive it, you're only human. Irresistible juice, euphoric and blissful juice. It's tangy, it's tart, it's good for the heart, and this altered ration will unhindered passion induce this juice. The elixir of Olympia, the flavored drink of Zeus. This juice.
Wine, the elixir of our country, the favorite drink of mine is wine. Thank you.
No wine.
Wine, it lowers inhibitions even without our additions, straight off the vine.
No wine juice.
Have you heard it?
He's down on his knees.
She refused him.
Well, did he say please?
What's happened to Steve?
Because the princess
Okay, but white is a common girl. Think about it.
He's so absurd!
It's straight. Is it true? Had it a clue? Can anyone verify or possibly clarify the news? This juice.
He's my sugar.
has lost
Just one gulp of this juice is enough to subdue a sick fever.
I heard on the news, leave it to this
This potion had better work. In fact, I'm counting on it. I'm gonna confess something to you. Maybe it's the wine, but I trust you. And even if you did betray my confidences and tell George what I mutter in my sleep, there's walls even he can't break. I have been sending George to his demise for years. I thought a minotaur in a labyrinth would do it. I've given him false maps through quicksand, off of cliff edges, through cannibal lands, condemned pyramids, the Bermuda Triangle, and even terrible poetry readings. I found his first dragon and wrote the beast a letter, asking him to challenge George. Not only did he not get rid of him, I've only handed my enemy more opportunity, more challenge, more acclaim. I've had to face the embarrassment of handing George every single one of his rewards. His blue ribbons, his proclamations, his cash rewards. So it moved to more direct attacks. Iocane powder didn't work. His heels survived arrow after arrow. I've paid for his haircuts. I placed black cats and ladders in his way. Nothing has worked. He may actually be physically invincible. That's why I'm counting on this potion. Let George be king. Let him think he's won. When he's lost his freedom and mine's finally begun, let him rule the land and lose his rapport. He'll demand all the taxes with his feet nailed to the castle floor. Marry the princess, she'll manipulate his life while I steal his Sarah and make her my wife. She's a beauty, and what's more, when the potion subsides, George will love her as before, but we'll both already have our brides. He's never been defeated. He's the paragon of a knight. Yet as an invincible ruler, he'll be a tyrant overnight. He'll defeat no dragons. His people will be scourged by plague and famine. Poverty will surge. In that moment, I'll rise to see his light, find a way to beat him, set the story right. After living in his shadow, I've no conscience left to twinge. Broken heart will kill him. That will be my revenge. So George, happy coronation. Be a blessing to the nation. Make me second in command, and then first when you die at my hand.
Have to be perfect. Real. We've become lazy. We used to do everything perfectly. Come on. Okay.
Hey, so what's with the ladder?
The princess wanted
We wanted to step up our game.
Well, you won't be any more exciting up there.
We wanted to heighten our excitement level.
Oh, wait. Don't say a word, it will only escalate. What? Oh, no.
Ladies, forgive us if we stare. Your eyes are like the moon, and I will climb to them.
Cliché.
I will wring your neck.
And when you've wrung it,
Don't waste your time, Sickle Knights.
Unworthy scoundrels.
They still don't fold.
ladies, we extend our hearts to you.
We cannot accept your heart.
We don't want your hearts.
Help me with this one. What would make you lean in our favor?
It is impossible.
We are immune to your pitiful words.
But I fear I am falling for you.
Well, your landing won't be very comfortable there, bud.
I can't seem to find my balance.
Balance?
Is now overdrawn. Oh, stop.
I ascend you all of my love.
Where are you flirting instead of working? You know we don't flirt.
It's detestable.
Who do you seek?
Sir George the Invincible.
Another monster? I'll slay it.
He had to take a leave of absence for some personal matters, your loveliness.
Sweet lady, like a cyclops, I have only one eye for you.
Surreal, you must be dreaming.
Come and slay the minotaur that is in the labyrinth of my heart.
Serenity, hold your peace.
Just one glance, and you slew me like a basilisk.
You are like the Kraken. 7 heads better than one.
That doesn't even make sense.
My soul is cracking at your rejection.
You pierced me to the manticore.
I will not be spoken to in this ridiculous and hopeless manner.
What just happened?
I don't know. I really thought we nailed that.
It was like I lost all sort of control around them. No filter.
It was inspired.
You know, it's your fault.
Excuse me?
Your
My
fault?
fault?
Yeah.
What do you mean it was my fault?
I mean, it
why
was
is it
your
my fault?
It's
This is genius. This is brilliant.
You had the ladder.
This is my magnum opus. And you want to tell me that it's my fault? How about
I have
Cyclops,
waited
one eye?
my
What is
entire life for a lady in
I have
to
4 eyes.
speak to me.
Impatient friend, don't start to fret. There are damsels that will love us yet. We seek the maid it's hard to get. As befits a knight in handsome charmer.
And it's you do but jest. You with your silly vest. You swear to woo your best. But a monk was never known to be a charmer.
In your memory, I call upon our legacy, our heritage of chivalry. Remember, a knight is not a farmer. Knights fear no rejection, despise no dejection. We swear the protection of virtuous sweet lasses. And when the misses see our full gentility, they'll line up sea to sea.
And we'll have our pick of the masses.
Right. But until then, we have each other. I think we form an alliance, a guild of co-reliance, founded by daring knights of old. We're dashing and heroic, dauntless and stoic, tenacious, intrepid, and bold. Till the barrel and lift mark to the knights of the octagonal rug.
We're proud and defiant, together self-reliant. Yes, we're quite the wonder to behold.
We're resoundingly gallant, with overabounding talent. Stand and watch our magic unfold.
Tilt the barrel and raise your jug
To the knights of the octagonal rug. The carpet with the 8 sides still stands with great pride, however frayed it may be. The knights of the round table were just renowned fable, but this noble tale is history.
None for you, Loin. You're underage.
Sirloin, you're undercooked. We're dauntless, stalwart, agile.
Unlikely to catch the common cold.
Soup handsomely pleated and our tie pins made of gold.
The exemplar of the sun.
The temper never looks so snug
As the knights of the octagonal run. We're idiosyncratic and quite melodramatic. Our gallantry tends to break the mold. We're firm and resolute, adorable and cute, ready to woo, caress and hold. Give our chainmail a tug, we're the knights of the octagonal run. The carpet with the 8 sides still stands with great pride, however frayed it may be. The knights of the round table were just renowned fable, but this noble tale is history.
Where's George? Surgery, the main. Circulation, the limited. Serenity,
the wise.
surreal. Sirloin, the tender. Surrender, the occasionally wise.
Answer.
The inevitable.
Really? George! My goodness, you look exhausted. I can't go on. Oh, we've been singing and dancing. It helps. There's no hope. Oh, come on, George. Don't think like that. George, mourning the death of, or the sleep, rather, of a hope is important. We want the sadness of the sorrow to pass ever so quickly. We can choose to savor the sweet flavor of defeat. But you've obviously proven that wrong with all your fearless accounts in battle, with your invincibility. You've proven to be a great, great example for all of us knights. Now we can test all of our progressive measures with our resilience, just like you have with all of yours. There is no hope. Oh, come on, George. There's always hope. Don't let that keep you from giving your heart again, or from singing la 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 with us.
George, we're horrible at romance, just like you.
He's right. You're welcome. George, come on. We're always here for you. All of us knights, always a brother. We form an alliance,
A guild of co-reliance.
Founded by guardian knights of all. We're dashing and heroic,
Thoughtless and stoic.
according to a sample we pulled. And the villains whose raids we've done, as the knights of the octagonal run.
Sing such a spell.
as a captive, Sarah.
I was so upset. When you left, I decided I would never be hurt again. I can never love again. I brought upon myself a curse far more painful than my heartbreak.
I dismissed my heart's desire in an effort to chase it and overlook the truth so I wouldn't have to face it. I've led through countless fires without being burned, but now it's you in the flames and the tables have turned. This time I finally learned that I'm mortal and embrace it. I swore to be your shield, but now you must be healed from this grief. I led you to this road, I hurt you as I showed you relief. Sorrow cannot hurt you, but it seems you've lost the virtue of compassion. Seems that one must pass through fire to define that true desire, love that only sorrow can fashion.
You abandoned me and sent me to seek such a spell. How was I to know it would condemn me to this hell? I built myself a fortress, invincible. George, rescue me. I'm in prison. I'm the damsel in distress that you envisioned.
Thank you. Wake up. It's nearly noon.
How did they get here?
We found you out in the cold. Wouldn't want you to feel lonely. Here, drink this.
Oh, I love juice.
Love anything else?
Breakfast.
Are you feeling any different than usual?
Tired. Did you disrupt my sleep schedule when you moved me?
I didn't move you. Anything besides tired?
Well, I did feel a little disoriented when I first woke up. Like I was in the middle of a strange dream.
Before you drank the juice?
Yep.
And afterward you felt...
Less thirsty. The dream. I did have a strange dream.
About me?
About Sarah.
It's not working.
Working.
Oh, he's awake. He's awake. Howard the Lovebird.
Lovebird.
It's working.
He'll never love me.
George, something terrible has happened. Sarah has eaten an orange. She's invincible to love and immune to heartbreak.
Surprise!
You mean the dream was real? Am I still dreaming? George, her immunity is tied to the tree, just like your invincibility.
But you can't be immune to love. That's ridiculous.
George, your life is ridiculous.
Oh, I have to save her. She has to love again.
George, there's no undoing what the tree says. Believe me, I've tried.
Wait a minute. You're invincible to something?
I'm unable to get impatient. You have no idea how badly I wanted to lose my temper with you.
But
You know about the tree.
thank you.
George, I love you dearly, and you know I want what's best for you. And I know this news may be...
This news is terrific. I finally have a real quest.
George, I really don't think you're listening to what I'm...
Remember that witch who enslaved all those nice little people on that strange land Ratisha sent us to? When she died, all her spells were released. When you destroy something magic, its influence disappears.
Yeah, that's a good point. Assuming that you can...
I have to try. I have to destroy the tree. I have to save Sarah.
And lose your invincibility?
Surprise!
George, if this tree...
I won't be invincible?
No.
First time this all makes sense.
George, if this tree fights back...
You would be able to get mad at me. And Sarah would love me.
Yeah.
Don't give me the bad news. I have enough doubts in my own head.
So, do we follow him?
No, you know what, let him have a head start. Come on. Let's go so far. Come on.
George under the curse of the orange tree. If he doesn't survive this, I will finally have my opportunity to rise. If he does survive this, I'll finally be able to end him with my own hand before anyone arrives.
Here it is. My summons to adventure, my call to a quest. How could I ever refuse it? I must face the odds and risk the censure. This game is my test. I'll give it my best, though I lose it. This powerful orange tree that's always delivered me has finally revealed to me a terror. Its blessing is guide for a curse. Its miracle something far worse, and it may cost me my life to reverse this error. Invincible, my identity. Who would I be if I were not me, invincible? And yet do I dare with no chance to prepare, just a hope and a prayer and my sword. And yet am I made of a stronger sort of blade. This dragon must be slain to free its horn. My buzz regret, my buzz and to sweat, I'll pay this debt with my blood. Sarah, I'm going to destroy the tree.
You won't succeed.
I have to try. For you.
For yourself, you mean?
Turns out being invincible has its setbacks. Not a drop of my blood has been shed. Without weakness, I'm already dead. Resistant to change and progression. Numb to excitement and thrill. Fighting the hero's depression. Always seeking more dragons to kill. Invincible. This isn't me. I don't need to be invincible.
George, I wish I could worry for you.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I should have stayed in the first place. And so I enter the game, but targets close to my flame. Bring out the top of the fire, spark like invincible from my name. Let a drop of my blood has never been shed. Without this, I'm already dead. With a boom and a burn that you will not saw you red. To the fire bed. George! 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 Less invincible.
I cannot grant what you would ask.
Set her free. Let her love again.
You want her to be miserable again?
You want to deny her joy.
You would be surprised, George, at the lengths people will go to feel secure, protected, invincible. Why, even now, you would sacrifice more for your future glory than you would to regain the humanity you lost when you ate the fruit as a child. Sarah chose to avoid the feeling of sorrow your betrayal cost.
And now to wait.
I did not betray her.
You denied what she truly wanted, your love, not your heroism.
Well, she needs me now.
She doesn't want you now.
That's why she needs me.
Destroy me! And you will feel every pain I am spared. Sarah will feel every sorrow she's ever met.
It's time for her to confront them then.
The odds are not in your favor.
There's a first time for everyone. We'll go to city core and street. Set my Sarah of your poison free. That you're planning for me my blame. Uproot yourself and flee if you're afraid. For show what sort of citrus you are made.
Vexatious night, overtake the wind bright. Don't break my flight. Give of your flight, your common sense inside.
My chest feels constricted, my heart feels conflicted. My sins I see clear and plain. In my feeling this guilt for the blood that I spilled, it's hard to ascertain that your entry was supposed to guarantee I'd never hear my conscience again.
one more dragon. I feel angry.
All the thoughts I eluded, reasons I brooded.
Now,
Another glory coming to
this is the last dragon.
Sporadic as the rain, capricious as a cloud. No, he was steady as a river. But the river now falls to the sea. George now plunges to mortality, giving all he had to deliver me, despite my spite. A selfless night. All my worries were lies. I only trusted my eyes. Now I'm left to reprise my It consumes me, this grief. It's returned without relief, like a knife to my core. It consumes me, I'm consumed by regret that is destined to prove that I am not cause of this save him from death's sharp sting. Give him the strength to bear the weight this horrible test will bring. George, because of my lack of hope, you're fighting down a perilous slope toward your death, because I couldn't take a breath. No longer protected, the blows are deflected, your mortality affected. George, look at me. You have to be alive. You're invincible. You have to revive. Even if you can bleed, something must intercede. You know that I need you to survive. George will thrive if he'll just survive. Our love is eternally burning and wholly consuming. That is though assuming you revive. Our love is refreshing as juice that will hydrate and induce. George, what's your excuse?
Did I hear a desperate plea for a hero like me to arise? Sarah, forgive me, Sarah.
No, George, there's no one to blame.
Am I so handsome, still daring?
You're the same, and yet not
Surprise!
George, I must ask your forgiveness.
Grant,
Allow me to confess my sins.
that you were waiting in the shadows to kill me, that you wanted me to marry the princess, that you sent me on all sorts of ridiculous adventures because you were jealous.
You knew?
Surprise! Not now! You really weren't that much of a threat, and you really ought to stop trusting people like this with your secrets. Besides, you really weren't that much of a threat.
I truly am sorry.
I heard your repentance while I was battling the tree. Just make up for it by starting a few non-profit organizations. Or, better yet, come with us on the administration of ridiculous security endeavors.
In the arts? It would be my honor.
Embrace it. And your secrets? I'm sorry for frustrating you all these years.
That went over well. George and Sarah were wedded soon afterwards, and immediately left on their honeymoon to escape all the people that were angry with George for destroying their various invincibilities. I, for one, was relieved to have my conscience back. Well, relieved after completing several thousand hours of community service. The monarchy was exiled to Mongolia, where the princess pursued Genghis Khan.
Genki! Genki! Come here, honey. Come here.
The ladies in waiting who were persuaded to forgo flirting by a jealous princess were ecstatic to find that the men in their lives could articulate themselves again. Adela and Camilla were wooed by Surreal and Serenity, whereas Nutella liked to keep her options open.
No. Boys, you can kiss me if you like.
What happened to Sir George's legend? Well, he still defeated dragons that threatened his own home. However, he searched out fame elsewhere, in the art of the theater. His first international performance, accompanied by his fellow knights, of course, was in Barcelona.
estoy aquí para asesinar el dragón.
Pero no queremos que mates al dragón.
¿Eres amigo del dragón?
No.
¿Eres más que amigo del dragón?
No, no, no.
Pero, ¿quieres que viva el dragón?
No.
Entonces, ¿qué quieres?
Queremos que venga
Invincible. Todo lo que te esfuerce vivir, por menos que quieras sufrir, sal de aquí ahora mismo, te echaré al abismo, te echaré cataclismo.
Invincible. ¡Qué fuerza tiene!
¡No olvides!
His energies gallivanting throughout the perilous enigma of the female psyche.
So, just because he might grow up to be a knight, you don't want to name our son Comfort.
I don't think it's a good idea, even if he does become a knight. Invincible, as we all in our own way, keeping all our fears at bay, free of